Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome back for some more Path of Exile. In today's video I thought we would try to take a look at the second part of the Metamorph mechanic. I made my way to level 86. You can see I'm not risking too much XP if everything goes awry. My army is ready, and if we look in my stash tab here, these are all of the parts basically that I've been able to gather for this second part of the mechanic. So we, for instance, have 3 livers. Well, I don't have a choice because I need livers basically to do the mechanic. Same with the eyes, apparently pretty rare, but we've got another 3 of them, and then we'll have to combine that with brains, lungs, and hearts to see if we can get some nice loot out of that. So what I'm gonna look for is if we have anything drops map item is interesting. Is there anyone that drops uniques? That's what I would love to see. No rare items. Drops a map item again. Silver coins, silver. So we do have 3 of them with maps. I'm kind of okay with that because I need more maps for sure. Fossils. Where was the other one? Drops a map item. And then over here somewhere is another drops a map item. Alright, let's put these brains in a jar back together a little bit. And then let's see if we have anything that drops uniques or maps in the lungs. Divination cards. Additional maps. So that one looks like it's pretty interesting. A map item. So that could be interesting. Incursion armor and another one with maps. Okay, well that's what we're going for then. And then in the hearts we have currencies, abyssal jewels, divination cards, abyssal jewels, blight oils. I like that because having more oils means that I could get a better extra passive here. So we're definitely gonna take that one as well. Rare currency items. Ah man, that's a little bit disappointing. We get a double currency item and here we get some more currency as well. And so the way I suppose this mechanic is gonna work is that we gather all these resources, move to Tane's laboratory, and then here we can basically try to make that work. Probably have to go down the stairs. Yep, here's the arena. We get another one of these incubators or whatever you want to call them. Yep. Construct Metamorph. So let's put the lowest one in here. My army is ready. Let's press create and let's see how this is gonna work. So there he is. Let's do bone armor. He does summon ads. I can jump around in full safety. Let's get the 11. Okay, so that was nice maps, so that's good. We'll take this stuff as well. I should really put my my loot filter on something that's a little bit more restrictive. We get azure oil, that's nice. I'll take that, I'll take that. Max life, fire, cold and lightning resistance. Honestly, that looks like a pretty good base to maybe try and make something, so we'll take this stuff as well. Okay, and an eternal life flask, and then one more moonstone ring. And then let's see what happens if so my stash is available here as well. So I'm gonna take a fresh stash tab that only has some of that weird stuff in it as well. And we're gonna start by putting at least some of the bulkier stuff and all of the maps in there so that we've got room for the next one. And then let's see if Tane has anything to say.
Your victory was a great relief. I must admit I had my moments of doubt. Unfortunately, the pathetic pool of fluid on the ground. All that remains is the sample I added, and it appears unaffected. I will get it cleaned up and we can try again with different samples. Okay.
And so let's get back in here. We've got more samples. So we're gonna put in the next batch, and now my army is ready. So we'll my extra army here is ready, so we'll use that this time. You can also see glacial cascade, split arrow, puncture trap, ice storm and sunder. So lots of AoE on this one. All right, totem, minion army, extra minion army, bone armor, Run away, run away. All the ads are there. It does create a lot of loot for what is at this point a pretty short fight. I'm sure you can get even harder metamorphs than this. This is basically all part of the lower level mapping. So we get all of this. Orb of Alchemy is great as well for my mapping. Okay, I'll take that. There goes my backup army. A scarab as well. Another scarab. Another one. Orb of Augmentation. Okay, that's not too filled up. That should be 33 life as the base. That's not so bad. Strength, armor. Okay, not that great. Taking a quick look. If there's anything that jumps out here. It's a lot of strength, but not that good. Max life, only 3. No, so nothing that good. Let's see if we can just go straight into the final one then. Thrown weapon, spectral barrage, glacial hammer, lunging strike, and besiege. Okay, create. Bring forth the army of skeletons. Bone armor added. Jump around for safety. And that was kind of a bad one. I'm really not seeing a lot of loot dropping from this, but my army is surviving quite easily. Does he have anything else to say? No, so all of that stuff is in my stash. And we can quickly go back to my hideout. So it works as expected. You do, at this point, at least for me, I'm up to like tier 4, tier 5 maps that I can do decently well. You do have like a lot of extra brains. Perhaps an ability to convert those to a different organ could help, but it's also possible that you'll get more organs on the higher tier maps, of course, and I just need to do a bit more work there. I also grabbed all these stash tabs. It's just a little bit too handy not to take them. And then on that 6, I'll just put the rest in as well. And so that is the rest of that league mechanic. I'm taking a quick look at what I gained here. 2 orbs of alchemy. That's not bad. 4 orbs of fusing. 11 jeweler's orbs. That's not bad. A couple of more blessed as well. Horizon shards. Chaos shards. Do they fit here? Yep. Okay. And I got a couple cards. Let's put those away. And then I got only 2 maps. That's really not very good right now. So we are gonna put these away as well. Let's show you guys the character a little bit. So I run with 3 specters. These are still those chieftains that give me charges. Then we've got an animate guardian. This one actually has the staff that gives 18% damage, the helmet that gives 15% damage, and the boots that give 10% movement speed. Just costs a couple chaos, so honestly it's not that big an investment if we were to die. We get 9 zombies, meat shields, so they are basically there to defend me. 2 carrion golems and 1 stone golem, and that is thanks to this that dropped for me. The Clay Shaper Rock Breaker, that basically gives you a rank 12 stone golem as extra, so lots of life regen on that as well. And then of course for my main damage I actually use the skeletons, and I use Summon Raging Spirit on a totem just to have those extra minions in the field as well. Doesn't always work out that well, and let me show you guys then. We'll quickly do one tier 5 map. That's what I'm up to. Chateau, Castle Ruins or Caldera. Let's do a Caldera map and see what that's all about. So at the moment how I do it is I still just make him yellow. Take a quick look that there's no reflect physical damage. Tunic bosses, no there isn't, so that should be absolutely fine for us. Let's activate this. I don't invest these just yet. I think that just a couple chaos will actually allow me to improve on my rings and my necklace pretty easily. But what I'm mostly looking for in these maps is to have the final labyrinth. So I still need just one more trial to go through. Need to find the right one, of course, and then it's gonna add more resistance, so I can then really focus on getting either lots of life, lots of mana, or I could then focus on stuff that helps my minions as well. So here go my stormtrooper skeletons. These guys are aggressive and they really do rush forwards if they keep spotting enemies. That's super handy. Ooh, is that... No, that's not a trial. Oh, it's those double portals. Damn, that's a little bit annoying. The boss is annoying as well, but let's see if we can do it, because it like AoEs down a lot of stuff on these paths, on these narrow pathways. So I gotta be ready to jump out in case of trouble or jump past the dangerous areas. So that's all still okay. Get an orb of fusing. 11 skeletons on the field, that's all good. Quick bone armor. Then we get a blue pack. They'll be down. Okay. And then on these stairs, I think that there's more risk for bad AoE. It's actually, we're doing alright. Portal scroll is not that important. Do another bone armor. There comes some more AoE, you can see. That stuff, let's see if we can jump past it. And that's the portal to get back. And so we get a flaming skull on top of that one. Need to do the same here. Last time I did it, there was actually like lots of AoE poison on these tracks. So it really does depend. Sometimes you're lucky and it's not too hard. Sometimes a map can be quite challenging. Alright, Chateau map, tier 5. So that basically keeps me in the running. That's already good news. And then we have to hope, of course, that the boss drops a higher tier map. Alright, lots of fiery grounds here. Always try to put some of my skeletons ahead of things, so that they can take care of potential problems while I run away, leaping. Okay, still have a little bit of work to do. And on my leap slam, there is also fortify. So if I'm in real trouble and I happen to have to jump within a big pack of mobs, if I hit anything, I also get fortify. So that helps. Whole army is still up and running. 6 bow, not 6 link, unfortunately, but helps with the resources, of course. And we get a unique coral ring. All right. I'll take that. If I'm not mistaken, lots of rings is important, and this one gives me max life, fire damage, max life, 13 cold resists, movement speed while ignited. Not exactly what I'm looking for, so that's not good. These, okay. Alright, and then we can go back, and this should open up the way to the bridge. Exactly. Bit more to go, but I think you can tell I'm also level 86, so obviously I outlevel a lot of this content at this point, but you can tell that my army is pretty strong and that we're having a good time running through all of this. Get a couple of extra skulls on board when there's more stuff here. They do go down very quickly. I think I'm gonna have to switch that to like an ability that is beneficial, that's good for the rest of my minions. I don't think these skulls add that much at this point. So that's all down. I'll do quick bone armor because there's still stuff that's trying to do damage. Fiery patches, I'll take that. And okay, now is the boss, so my Val skeleton is ready. Now I do have to choose if I want to use it on the boss or on the Metamorph. I usually prefer to use it on the Metamorph because of all the ads. So we are going to go like this, get the army running. That's good. And there we go. So that was really not that hard for a tier 5 map, which is the highest that I have. And then we have the Metamorph. Let's see if there's anything that drops uniques. No, that's like a big red square, so very noticeable. What I do then is I just take all the harder stuff and see if it fills up. Yep, that's gonna give me an extra organ. So we're gonna press, if that's not lighting up, then you're not gonna get an extra organ. Now we're gonna press create, resummon, add my extra army, bone armor, and then we still have to clean up the ads. Should be okay. Yeah, alright. And we get another one of these nailed fists. I have plenty of those already. Talisman, and here we go. We get a heart, another talisman. I'll take all of that. Take that, take that,
Too much
take
clutter.
that. And there we go, guys. That was, yep, some basically a small update on my Necromancer Witch on the Metamorph League. And what I'm doing at the moment is basically trying to understand the new map mechanics. I know that I need to hunt for like the big bosses in the four corners, but how all of that works, I'm not entirely sure. But we'll keep hunting for it. We'll try to understand. Hopefully, I can make my way to higher level maps, become even more powerful, get currency, better gear. And then, yeah, just keep blasting through all of this. For now, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Need a map?